Hello, everybody. We're
What's
back.
good?
We're back in this.
Here, let's scoot
All
forward
right.
a little bit.
Yeah, just a wee bit. All right. This is the Performance Academy podcast. My name is Zach,
And I'm Josh.
and we are back. We had a little
Hiatus.
holiday hiatus. It is what it is. So one man got a COVID.
Have you noticed we said that every time? It's been gone. A couple weeks. It
we
is
had-
what it is.
It is what
There
it is.
might have been 2 weeks where we got on the 2 week.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we had a couple going good,
Yeah.
but I mean it's been over a month. I feel like
I'm more of a quality over what is it? Quality over content. Quality over quality over fucking quantity. There you go. Jeez.
this is not quality though. So.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, you're right.
yeah, it's definitely been over a month because we haven't recorded one since the trip, huh?
No.
It was before the trip.
COVID.
So, yeah, COVID.
Yeah.
Josh got COVID. I probably got COVID too, but I didn't get tested. But I was still safe about it. I just got a little congested. Really was the only thing. Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, I got COVID. Yeah, I got.
Well, yeah, you want to talk about your symptoms or do you not?
Yeah, I just got like back soreness, like pretty. I kind of felt like I hit my bust a little bit, and fatigue for first 2 days for sure. Third day still lingering maybe, and then it kind of just kind of lingered out from there. And then it was like a kind of like a little bit like a cold for the next few days, and then it was.
So, like, how long in total?
I don't know. I mean, I was thinking about it because remember I was up in Big Bear saying like the first day I was like, man, is anyone else short of breath?
I don't remember.
Oh,
that.
anyways, I was walking around the cab because Maria pointed it out to me. She said you probably brought it up there because you were up there the first day in Big Bear talking about, hey, is anyone else short of breath up here?
I don't remember that.
Okay, well, yeah, so I was. So I don't know. Maybe I did have it then, but like then I still had like the last thing to go was like the shortness of breath thing. I still don't even know if that's completely.
See, the thing is, like, from what I've heard, is usually takes a few days for symptoms to set in, but you had it like immediately.
That's why I might have brought it. Like I might have already had it.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking. But also, you said your friend Augie, he got tested. We texted like a couple days after, and you said that he already got tested, but he didn't have symptoms, but he was positive, right?
Yeah, I don't think he ever got symptoms. But my other buddy, Cameron, you remember Cameron, right? He was also there.
Yes.
Yeah,
Cameron.
he felt like me.
Okay. He had the same symptoms.
Yeah.
Same timeline.
Yeah.
Interesting. So then,
I don't know if he got it on the same. No, because I think on Thursday. No, not the same timeline. Because I heard from him Thursday that he was also feeling the same way.
Mm-hmm.
When I started really feeling it Tuesday. So shit. I mean, I could have gave it to him. You know, if it took him a couple days to set in.
Yeah.
You know, maybe.
Okay.
But
That makes more sense. Yeah. Nevertheless, you know.
Yeah. So we're back.
You got it. So now you can never get it again until you do.
Yep.
Until it, like, mutates or whatever, and then the vaccines don't
And then
work.
I'll get it again because I ain't getting no fucking vaccine. Bill Gates, you can shove it.
Yeah. So, okay. So that,
Yeah.
there's that. That's why we've been gone. Medical leave, really.
Yeah.
Medical leave.
Yeah. Sabbatical.
So, yeah.
Maternity. What's it called?
Maternity. Well, that's for women.
Yeah. Maybe.
You'd be
Did you just assume my gender?
paternal. Yes, I did. Paternal leave.
Sheesh, can you believe this bigot?
All right. Yikes. Get off to a wild start here.
Yeah. I'm coming hot 2021. I'm not slowing down.
Yeah, dude.
I'm just gonna lay it out there. And I'm
Yeah,
just gonna say I'm not for the casual.
When did I get here? I feel like we talked for almost an hour before.
Yeah, maybe.
Like 45 minutes,
Yeah.
just about what's going on.
Yeah.
We won't get too much into it. Maybe we will, but not on purpose. So how about we just talk about, as we do, we'll talk about our fitness plans and what's kind of going on with that currently. You want to start off?
Sure. So after COVID, cardio was a problem.
Yeah.
Working out was a problem itself. So I kind of slowly started working up all my stuff. Started going back to jiu-jitsu a little bit. Started lifting, although it wasn't really necessarily an organized plan, but just followed kind of some of like the same general ideas I was already working with. It was a little bit more specific to some of the stuff I wanted to do, a little bit more endurance-based. So some higher reps, but still try to do some more strength-based stuff earlier in the week when the fatigue was low from the resting over the weekend. So it's not real structured this week either, but still hitting things that I need to. And then, I do kind of look in my workout log to kind of reference, and so there's still some mostly overlaps, but it's not like a hard regimented program at the moment. I'm gonna be in the pool Monday, Wednesday, Friday this week. So tomorrow's Friday.
A lot of swimming.
A lot of swimming.
You liking that?
I mean, now my technique and my level of comfort with like that stroke I was trying to learn and whatnot.
This combat side stroke.
Yeah, it's there now. Like where I feel
That's
like
cool.
I feel pretty good. I've been doing this thing where like I do like a 50 freestyle, and then as like recovery, like I try to catch my breath doing the other stroke.
Mm-hmm.
It just kind of helps me like. So now I know that I am comfortable with that other stroke since I can catch my breath like as the recovery stroke that's supposed to be done for like a long distance. Where I can go from doing a freestyle, which I really should do more so I can just get more comfortable with swimming the freestyle itself. But I am getting more comfortable with doing that, but I should do it more. But yeah, so I'm doing that. The only thing is, one side of that combat side stroke is really favorable, which is my right side, my dominant side. The technique feels really good as far as like strokes per length. It's really good. I've been timing myself a little bit, and so like it's come together pretty well. Still got to work on my left side, and might be flexibility and just spending more time on my non-dominant side. But yeah, that's going according to plan. And it's definitely it would have been my weakness, but it's definitely coming together. Running, I gotta start doing more running, but I'm kind of same thing as before. Like it's kind of like my strength, so I'm sure I'll be able to do fine with that. But I can't. That doesn't mean that I can just neglect it because then I'll have the issue of my joints not being up to speed with everything else, and then they'll suffer from too much stress and overuse pretty quickly.
Gotta get the connective tissues used to it.
So I'm not really actually worried about like the running in it itself, but more so like the stress from running.
Start to peak a little bit closer.
Yeah, so I'm definitely gonna have to work on. I think I'm doing it Saturday. I think I have some quarter-mile repeats I'm gonna do. But yeah, I'm doing some pull-ups again. My pull-ups are always like a strength, but they're getting back up there. It's pretty good. I kind of figured out how to do sit-ups the right way for this test that I might do. Because I was just having a hard time like getting like a competitive score, but that's getting better. And same thing with push-ups. It's really kind of bouncy push-ups. Focuses on like the was it the elastic recoil?
It's a fuckload of push-ups, huh? Like 100 something.
That's really good. They want you like around like 80 or 90, more so 90 to be like really competitive.
That's too many.
But yeah, so but it's getting better. Just focus. Yeah, so things are coming together. Doing some jiu-jitsu 3 or 4 days a week, like I said. And then, just trying to stretch a little bit more and whatnot. So things are working out, kind of. But yeah, it's just
the stresses of life.
Yeah,
are bringing Josh down.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but that's more or less me. So what's up with you?
So sorry, eating this banana. I have my next triathlon that I'm planning to do. Oop, hiccups. May 16th. So that was the one that I was supposed to do back in whenever. I don't know what the fuck that was. I feel like it was like October, maybe. I don't remember. It got rescheduled to May 16th. So, COVID depending, that's gonna be happening then. Hopefully, it doesn't get canceled again. But that's what I'm planning for, and I'm trying to get in the habit of doing more like training seasons. Like we learned about in school. Trying not to do the same type of training year rounds and give different stimulus and kind of prep towards a particular goal. So that's the goal currently. I don't know what like the second half of 2021 is going to be, but for right now, it's that. So, I was a pretty unstructured program. I was just doing some cycling here and there, like once, twice a week. I was doing lifting, but it was more like athletic based. So I was doing like sprints and some power work and more GPP type stuff, I guess. But now I'm shifting towards massing because I noticed the first time when I was really peaking for the triathlon, I lost a lot of weight, which, is understandable, but I'm trying to maintain some body mass. So I'm trying to put on as much weight as possible. So I'm kind of in the, preseason phase right now. Just put on mass, like I said. So I'm kind of back on that Renaissance periodization hypertrophy guide. I'm going to do a 4-week mesocycle, a week of deload, then a 6-week mesocycle, a 1-week deload. And then that will be my massing phase, 2.5 months. And then I'm going to shift more towards triathlon-based stuff, work more on like sprints and anaerobic capacity, and then slowly progress up to more aerobic-based stuff. So that's my plan currently. I'm pretty excited about it. I've never done something quite like this. where I'm prepping, like going through phases for a particular event. Like back when I did athletics, you do the same shit year round. There was no there was no phases or whatever. So I'm excited to see what this long-term plan plus my nutrition.
I was gonna ask you about that. Yeah.
Yeah, plus my nutrition. So like I'm pretty on it with the training program. I have like the training program, if not written out, I know what I'm gonna be doing. I just need to write it out for up until May 16th. I know exactly, pretty much to the T, what I'm gonna be doing. I got the Renaissance Periodization dieting app, which is I'm running the same problem as you. I can't eat enough, dude.
Isn't it a lot?
I've already lost weight, and I'm trying to gain weight on the program. I already lost weight.
Because you can't meet the macros on it?
It's simply too hard, bro. Do you know how
many calories it has you at per day?
I don't remember calories, but I'm at like 300 grams of carbs per day.
Nice.
170 grams of protein, I believe, and then 70 grams of fat. So whatever. Oops. On that 70 gram. Yep.
Because how many weeks into it are you?
This is the first week.
Oh, because
I started the 4th.
I noticed for me, like the first 2 weeks, I kind of lost weight, or maybe lost weight, or was very stagnant, just because the application has to calibrate to you, based off your what you weigh in at after that week's eating.
Sure.
So it wasn't giving me enough calories until a couple weeks in.
I think it's giving me enough calories. It's just I can't sustain it. It's just I feel so full all the time.
How many meals do you have it at right now?
3. Or that says 4, but it should be 3.
You eat 3 meals a day?
Yeah.
Bro, you gotta spread that out. That's too much food.
Yeah. Well, so for example, yeah, it is. But also taking the time and prepping 4 meals a day, it's it's hard.
Oh, dude, it sucks. Yeah. I mean, shit. I had sometimes on some days when I had 2 workouts, I would have 6 meals. And figuring that out.
Yeah. No. See, that's just it's just too much. So it's I'm trying to keep the meals lower because I'm also I'm busy. I got stuff kind of going on. I don't want to be thinking about food all the time because I got clients and I have work, but I actually quit that job, so now I don't have to worry about that as much because the shit blew. I'll get into that more later, but yeah, 6 meals a day. So for example, prior to this, my breakfast would basically always, unless I just had zero appetite, I would eat some Fruit Loops just because it's easy carbs and it's just whatever.
Yeah.
And then I'd get an appetite going and I'd eat my regular breakfast later. But I would normally always eat a bacon, egg, and cheese with a bagel as the sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 3 pieces of bacon, 2 eggs, a thing of cheese, and a bagel.
Yeah.
And that was just not cutting it at all for macronutrients. So I added, it depends from day to day, but 13 ounces of orange juice and also a protein shake on top of that. And it's just what, come on now. What are we doing? I can't. Because the sandwich was filling enough. And I was so the last, what's today, Thursday? The last couple of days I haven't even drank the protein. Or I'll drink the protein shake later, and I'll just kind of split it between my lunch and my breakfast. Is what I'm trying. That's what I'm doing here. This is my breakfast right here.
4:15.
This was this is 20 grams of protein. So I split the 10 grams of it was my breakfast part, and then the other 10 was my lunch part. And I just got to that, and it's 4 p.m. So it is what it is. But I'm doing my best. But I did my first weigh-in this morning, and I lost weight. I was fuck, bro.
Yeah, I mean, the first 2 weeks you probably will.
But it recalibrated, and it said, we have to up your calories, so now I'm going to be eating more.
Yeah, I have the same issue as you.
So it's just
I mean, you said 13 ounces of orange juice? That's rookie numbers. You're going to have to bump those up. Right?
Well, that's just what it was for breakfast to hit my carbs.
Some of my meals, I would eat my protein, whatever it was, and then I would drink 4 cups of orange juice on top of that.
4 cups?
Yeah, I kid you not. I would have the cooking.
Cup is 8 ounces?
Yeah, I would have the cooking measuring thing, the fuck, and I would drink out of that. I put a straw on it sometimes. Yeah. And sometimes I need more than 4 cups.
I just use these. It's pretty nice. It has
that's not big enough, though. You need 4 of them Johns.
Well, yeah.
But needless to say,
you just do 16, you drink it and then refill it.
But the liquid calories is going to help so much.
Yeah, that's what I've noticed.
100%. You're going to learn that quick.
That's what I've noticed already is, and I think I need to start making smoothies or something for my carbs because what I've noticed is my fat, it's super easy to meet my fat requirements.
Yeah.
It's my protein and my carbs.
Well, what are you doing? Like, are you like, to help reach my fat? Sometimes I would actually have olive oil, or do you just get it in your natural?
Like it's not a problem. I always reach fat.
Okay.
It's just getting more protein in. So I've been drinking a lot more protein shakes, which isn't too challenging to prep, but it's hard to do. You know, just to drink it.
Yeah, I mean,
on top of like eating a whole meal and then drinking a protein shake, it's like fuck, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I got my protein shakes down to now like where like the flavor and like they're tolerable, like so like they're not bad for me anymore.
Mhm.
You know, like I found a mixture and it works for me.
Sure.
But you were talking about like a shake for carbohydrates, and I don't know what you're looking at, but like there's obviously dextrose, you know. But I also heard of this like this other thing called waxamase.
Okay, I've never heard of that.
So as opposed to like where like I think we talked a little bit about before how dextrose is like a simple sugar or whatnot.
Yep.
You know.
Yep.
But like this, I think this waxamase is like a oh fuck, it's complex sugar. I fucking
Complex carbohydrate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like it's a little bit like so I guess slower digesting.
Mhm.
But like if because like I also thought about it too, and if I'm thinking about getting back on that application as well. For carbohydrates, is I'm thinking about maybe doing like getting that waxamase just for like it to help as well.
So
I'm still using
what is it?
dextrose.
It's like a powder or?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a powder. I saw
Something like that.
Dr. Mike talk about it actually, in like some video about
shit.
nutrition. He was also talking about it.
No.
Puppy died over there. Hold on.
All right, we're good.
For the gram. But yeah, Dr. Mike talked about it. That's where I heard of it, and I looked it up.
Wax maize.
No, wax imase, I think.
A maize. Wow.
No,
A maize.
shit. I don't know. Throw something in the John. Let's see what comes up. I think wax im, like I, not that wax a.
Wax
imase.
eye. Oh, waxy maize.
Yeah,
oh,
maybe
like
that's it,
it's
yeah.
two different
It
words.
might even be. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Well,
Oh,
maize is like corn. Yeah, corn. Yeah.
And that's the same company that I get my dextrose from. I think that one on the far right.
Now, on the far right.
Yeah, I think that's.
Well, it's the same one. Let's read it.
But yeah, I might get onto
Now
that.
Sports.
Maybe I'll have to check. I mean, it's in there. It looks like the same bottle, kind of.
Highly branched amylopectin for sustained muscular energy and rapid recovery. Interesting. I've never heard of this. But yeah, total carbohydrates 37 grams. That's big.
So that might help.
Yeah, that would be nice.
I'd imagine so, because
the
the amount of eating you have to do is insane. And also,
I just can't find a good, just pure carbohydrate source. Like orange juice was just like the first one that came to mind, and I wasn't really prepared my first day. I was shook. I was like, oh, this should like my bagel should be good.
it was almost overwhelming. It's like, oh my god,
Yeah,
you were so short on those bars, huh?
Yeah. I was like, what in the fuck is going on? So
especially at 3 meals, bro. That must have been so much in a sitting. Oh my god.
Yeah. It's not one sitting, you know. It's just kind of.
Yeah.
I can pretty much get the bagel or the sandwich and the orange juice done in a sitting, but the protein I gotta do it over a little bit of time. So, but yeah, so this would be good because just finding a pure carbohydrate source. I know I'm not a huge fan of orange juice, but I'll do it just because it was easy. But I feel like just eating fruits straight or whatnot.
That's not like.
It's
you need the juice.
Yeah, it's just easier.
Yeah.
It's easier to get down. So
you have to eat a lot of fruit to hit that.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah.
But what was I gonna say? One thing that definitely helped me, like the calories I need and whatnot, is like I told you I'd eat In-N-Out a lot, and you can actually put that in on the app.
Yeah.
And then I would split the double because I would overhit my fat. I would split the double between like one of my 2 dinners, and then like fill in the meals fill in the bars the other clean food that doesn't take up all the fat.
Yeah, maybe I should do that because I eat In-N-Out all the time. And I was like hoping the fat wouldn't go because like I said
that fat fills up.
Yeah.
So I would just like put like 0.5 or half of a double on one meal and one on the other, and fill it in with the clean food.
Yeah, I wish the app didn't do this, but if you go over your macros,
it doesn't let you save it.
Yeah, it gives you a little warning sign, and I wish it would just kind of roll it over. Like I don't understand.
I mean, it's a testament to like the results, like it's dialed in, you know. So,
yeah.
I mean, you can like kind of game it, like I said, like where you can split it up and make it work.
Yeah, it's just a little annoying.
Yeah, it is.
I had like with the protein.
We've been like 5 grams over or something. It's like sorry.
Yeah, come on, 5 grams. Like cut me some slack. But yeah.
But other than that, like the program itself is like the app is really good. It's just difficult.
Yeah, I mean, because they post. I mean, just because the new year was coming up, they did a lot of transformation. Before and after pictures of people. people get lean, you know.
Really, yeah, dude, it really works. And what's cool too is you can scan in food.
Yeah.
A lot of them like the QR code works.
Yeah.
Which is
Yeah. That's
really
really
helpful.
that's is very convenient. So I've been doing that for a lot of food. The only problem is like, because I live at home, my mom oftentimes makes a dinner for all of us, and then that's a little challenging to figure out like proportions and stuff, and all the different stuff if she makes something kind of complex. Because she made like some soup the other night, and it was like sausage, bacon bits, kale, potatoes, sliced potatoes, just like a bunch of shit in like a broth. It's like, how do I?
Yeah, I mean, some of the stuff I'm assuming you do have like a scale that you're weighing some stuff. Right?
Yeah.
So like, I mean, like you'll get to a point where you can kind of start to like in a dish like that kind of eyeball like, oh, there's probably about this much of like of the like say like the potatoes and this much of the chicken, and then like this is probably made with some sort of like oil, so maybe there's a little bit of that.
Yeah.
And then just don't even account for the veggies and the fucking fruit because like that's so like negligent almost.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I mean, it's not perfect, but like it's
it is what
say
it is.
70% there or whatever it is. You know, it's better than nothing. For
yeah. And it's kind of tough because like I feel bad like not eating dinner with my family, but I'd almost rather just, since I'm on this, I've talked about it before, I'd rather just eat eggs and ground beef. Like, I do not care. Like that's it's good food for me. Like some people would just be like, oh, what the fuck? But like I like that, and it would also keep it super simple.
Yeah.
But I just feel bad. Like,
I mean, if you can keep it up, that's cool. But also like adherence, like at some point, you know.
I don't mind. Like I ate that all the time. Before I got into the bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich, that's what I would do for breakfast. I would do bacon and eggs, or if we had ground beef, I would do that.
Yeah.
And it's really not a problem for me. I enjoy it. So I don't know. Breakfasts and lunches are like locked down for me. I'm feeling pretty confident with it. It's just trying to figure out dinners. And I'm trying to move out hopefully soon. So once I do, I feel like that'd be a lot easier. Just to make my own shit.
Yeah. Do you know? So how many pounds do you have it set at to gain, and how many weeks?
I started at 173, and I'm trying to move up to 179. So 6 pounds over 2.5 months.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what the rates of gain or whatever is at, but yeah, I'm at like 172.9, which is just like, come on.
Yeah.
I don't even. Well, I have like 2 weigh-ins, so it's like, that's the. Yeah. There's not much going on there.
No, but it definitely works. I mean, I did use that app for quite a bit of time, and it was, definitely does. I might have to get back on it just because it really helps me make sure I am hitting everything. But
yeah,
it can be a chore to, especially when you have like I said, I would have 6 meals sometimes. Fuck.
That's just too much. I could never do that.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes I would,
unless you're doing like the same kind of thing for multiple meals.
Yeah, which I did.
Yeah.
But I'd also like some of my meals would just be like a meal replacement where it's like maybe a little bit of protein, but then a bunch of orange juice or a shake or something. Like it wouldn't be all like sit down meals because like that would be hard to do and accomplish anything in the day. But I mean, you make it work the way you can,
Well,
but 3 meals, I feel like 3 meals is like that's too little. Like you got to try like find the time of the day for 4, or like one of those 4 meals be like a meal replacement or something. Make it easier because like that amount of food, I can't do it. Maybe you can. I couldn't eat that amount of food in 3 different sittings that you need to, and it's gonna be more food coming up.
Yeah, exactly. Next, it told me like, hey, you're fucking up. You need to get more weight, so you gotta start eating more.
We're gonna up it.
So it's like, so now every meal is gonna be an extra, probably a couple grams of macronutrients extra. It's like, fuck, all right. So yeah, trying to figure that out. I need to get a little bit more automated. So that's why I even looked into doing Trifecta. I'm sure you've seen that. And I don't really understand. Like, it just seems like way too expensive to.
I don't even know if I really looked at the price, but I mean that shit would help. But it's not at this current time in my life. It is not within my. Budget.
Yeah. It could be, but I just need to see the value in it. And it's just like it seems like it would just be way easier just to go and buy the meat and stuff from the grocery store because like I don't know, bacon's like what, like 4 or 5 pounds dollars a pound, and ground beef is I think around that same amount. I can't remember exactly. It just seems too expensive. I don't know why people are like so into it. Like
Well, I think like the most common way is probably to only have it for like one meal a day. They have it, but it just takes care of one meal their day, and like the rest they kind of like they have their breakfast they like. They have a few like things they meal prep, and then they know that they have this one trifecta meal that's already taken care of per day or something like that.
Yeah.
I feel like that's like the most like financially affordable. Because like I couldn't imagine, geez, doing like every meal or a couple meals a day. Like, geez, yeah.
Yeah. I don't think that's doable unless you're just balling out of control.
Yeah.
And you're like, fuck it.
I mean, some people definitely can't
simplify.
But not the masses.
I need to get sponsored by Trifecta.
Yeah, right.
Just kill a couple triathlons, get sponsored.
Yeah, I should do the same in jiu-jitsu or something.
That's my goal. That's my goal, dude.
All right. That's the thing, right? Like, it's not like you need all the money in the world. You just need your training to be taken care of, like the expenses.
That's all I need.
Because that's what you want to do. I want to train and compete. If someone can pay for me to do that,
that's what I'm realizing that I want to do. Is I like training for my own shit a lot more than just training people for 100%. Whatever, you know.
Yeah.
And I wish I kind of figured that out earlier and committed to something, or you know, because I played a million different sports throughout my life, and it's just like, you know what I've noticed. I've been thinking about this for the podcast. Is I like learning things, but I don't like mastering them. Mm-hmm. Because once I know
Jack of all trades, master of none.
That's me, man.
Yeah.
Because I'm starting to realize that with weightlifting is I know it. I could train 99% of people. Just I don't even need to look anything up. Just tell me what you want to do, what limitations you have, and I'll do it. And it's not very complex to me. Like I understand it now. And then there's a special case of some people where I'm gonna have to do some research and figure it out. But I've learned it to that point. But then to take it to the next level, we've talked about this, like research and getting like your master's or whatever, or taking that extra step. I just have simply no interest in it. It just bores me to tears. Like it just,
yeah,
you know, but that's not very conducive for like finding a career, because like you kind of you find something. Yeah, you gotta specialize and take it to the millionth degree, and it's just like that. I've never found anything that I like that much. Mm-hmm. Every sport I played, I figure it out. I learn it. I get average to above average, and then it's just not interesting to me anymore. So I'm having that real problem recently, trying to figure that out. So
I think more than same way, right? But I am too, right? Like we're both kind of the same. Like
I feel like we're you kind of I feel like you burnt out a little bit before me, and I'm starting to reach that now. And COVID and just the state of the world right now is it's making it harder and harder. Yeah. But yeah, I think we're both kind of in a similar boat.
Yeah, I've been burnt out for a bit.
Yeah, and I enjoy a lot more doing my own stuff and training, but that only takes up so much of the day, and it's just like, what are you gonna do the rest of it?
Jiu-jitsu, man.
Jiu-jitsu. Yeah, so how about that? We'll talk about that. So, yeah, I said that I quit my job, the Group X place. I think I might have already talked to you about it. I was considering quitting.
Yeah, that's because it was just that's what you last left me at.
Yeah, it was just so fucking boring and uninteresting.
You didn't get what you had joined for originally.
Yeah. Because the main reason I joined there was to do the small group training, so I can actually, because like what I like is I like to actually train people. I don't like to work them out. I'm not a worker outer.
Yeah,
like, I'm a trainer.
Yeah, there's a difference.
And
with a goal in mind, like a real specific, right? That's what you're getting at.
Yeah. And these people are just kind of showing up. They're just trying to get their ass beat. And
casuals.
Casuals. And there's nothing wrong with that. But if you really want, like, it's just,
it has to be for you as well. Like you have to be getting something out of it. And there's no
me.
Yeah, you have to be enjoying what you're doing.
Yeah, and I wasn't. Yeah. It was just so fucking boring.
Yeah.
And like, it was just a constant rotation of people, and you had some of the same regulars, but you were just a worker outer, and there was no time no time, because it's just like it's a 45-minute class. There's a fuckload of people, like 20 plus people. There's no time for like the nuance and like breaking a movement down and helping out someone actually learn something.
Like really coaching someone.
Because it's on to the next thing, and you're trying to just like speed run, explaining a hip hinge. And it's like, we could spend 10 minutes on this, but I gotta teach it to you in like 20 seconds. And it's like, what the fuck are we doing?
And you don't get to like express like the deep knowledge of something that you actually know, because you can't spend time. It's not. it's not worth the time. Like it's like the value, like the monetary value is not worth it.
And I noticed myself not even doing anything because it's not worth the time.
Yeah.
Because they're not going to get it.
And then you yourself feel yourself become casual and disinterested in it, you know?
100%.
And then like then you're not putting like as good forth an effort as you can. Like the product's not as good.
Phoning it in. Like I was just like, and then we had to go across the street into the parking lot. So you got to keep the equipment limited, like dumbbells, kettlebells, medicine balls, agility ladder. That was about all I was willing to transport over there. You're not gonna transport boxes and a squat rack and like whatever else. Sleds.
You could just carry the squat rack or have them do it and call it a farmer's walk or something. Like,
yeah, you
like
could.
The strongman where they put it up on their backs and yoke walk, whatever it is. Yeah.
Yeah. So and then I had a incident Tuesday. I was getting done with a client at the park at 2:00. I was done, and then my shift started 3:30 p.m. And I get in my car, turn it on, battery's dead. I'm like, fuck, all right. So I didn't have jumper cables, but I called AAA. I just need them to jump in my car, and then I'll go get a battery, switch it out. But then they said, oh, we're not going to get there till 3:00. Well, I'm like, fuck, that doesn't work. Yeah. So I'm just like, there's no way they're going to be able to get here and jump it, go get a battery, then go to work. And I had to eat, I had to change. There was just no way. Yeah. It was just not happening, right? And I couldn't go straight to work because once I turned off my car, there was like no guarantee it was going to flip back over, right? So then I'm immediately like contacting my boss. I'm like, hey, battery died. I'm not going to make it. It's just there's not enough time. There's no way. And then she didn't end up seeing it till like work started at like 3:30. She didn't see it probably till like 3:15ish or whatever. And then she's trying to call me. I missed the first couple. I'm like pulling the battery out of my car, and she's on the phone with me, screaming at me like, "You need to get to your scheduled shift." Like, yeah, I get it. I'm scheduled. Has your battery ever died? You don't go anywhere.
You want me to fly?
Yeah. You want me to
grow wings?
Your battery dies. You don't go anywhere. Yeah. You gotta replace it.
Yeah.
And she was like, you gotta get there. She was like guilt tripping me, and I was like, bro, what are we talking about right now? I understand the situation you're in. You need someone there to train people. I think that's what. God damn it. Sorry, mid rant here.
I know. Ruined the cinematic experience.
I'm trying to figure out why it's stopping. Anyways.
Well, I want to know. Did you quit at the end of that conversation?
I quit today.
Oh, damn it. You should.
I should.
You should have been like, I quit.
Yeah, I should have. Yeah. But I was just preoccupied with the car, trying to get the battery changed out. Yeah, I was just like, I understand the situation you're in, but I'm just telling you, battery's dead. I can't even like Uber there because I need my car to transport the stuff over to the other side of the street. So it does no good for me to just be there because I need a car. So I was trying to figure it out to get there and problem solve. It just wasn't happening.
Yeah.
I'll do my best to get to work. Like, I had my car accident like a couple months ago. I was on the 405 on the way to my internship. I was in a car crash, and I still made it to work that day. Like, I'm not, I'll figure it out if I can. But it just wasn't happening. Mm-hmm. And she was just chewing me out, and I was like, I'm sorry. Afterwards, I was thinking about it. It was really irritating because I had a personal problem, and she didn't ask a single bit of information of me. Like, are you safe in the same position? Or are you good? Like,
did you troubleshoot you? Triple A talking through?
Yeah.
Are you in the same
she didn't ask a damn thing. She was just like, I need my classes taught. That was it. And it upset me.
You should have been like, teach them yourself.
Yeah. She knows how to train. She's a trainer. Yeah. Don't know what to tell you is the moral of the story. And so then she's like, she did a fake have a good evening or whatever. And I said,
one?
Yeah. And then I did the same thing. And then, continued to do my battery. And so I was thinking about it. I was like, I do not want to wake up again at 2:30 in the morning for these fucking people.
Tell me you didn't do another shift after that.
No, I didn't.
Okay, good.
I was supposed to have another shift tomorrow, 2:30.
Oh, that's right. You quit Tuesday, right?
No, I quit today.
Oh, today. Okay.
I was thinking about it. I was like, do I have any self-fucking respect for myself?
Yeah.
Like, you're going to just... And then she sent out the schedule for the following week and then had a little bit about that. I'm like, I don't even remember what she said. It was some bullshit in regards to our situation. So, yeah.
So you told her on the phone?
No, I emailed her.
Oh, okay.
I was just like, this is a resignation email. Like, this is just not the right place for me.
Yeah.
Because yeah, like, I wasn't getting out of it what I wanted. And then I was already, like, on the brink of quitting. Because I was considering maybe just quitting or just saying I couldn't do the Friday mornings anymore and just doing the Tuesday evenings. But then that happened, and I was just like, I don't give a flying fuck about this place. Why do I care? I'm just gonna quit. So don't have to do that anymore. But the nice thing is, I decided to finally go through with teaching my own group exercise classes. So I'm gonna be teaching those at Hartwell Park Mondays and Wednesdays at 9:15 a.m. I have enough equipment nowadays.
That's exciting.
So, I just promote it on social media, reaching out to people in my life that, have expressed interest in the past of training, but it didn't follow through, or this, that, and the other. Past clients, past YMCA people, anyone who might be interested. So I'm going to just start doing my own thing. I'm already doing the personal training thing on my own. I've just come to the conclusion that, like, I just can't
work for anyone else.
Yeah, I'm just not built to do that. It's just listening to fucking dipshits talking to me and yelling at me to do shit. It's just, you lose me.
Hey, birds of a feather flock together. That's why you're sitting next to me, bud.
Yeah, that's a good one there. I've never heard that before.
No?
Birds of a feather, what?
Flock together.
Flock together.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm just kind of doubling down on it, and it is what it is.
Sheesh. Ain't that some shit?
Ain't that some shit? I just could not believe she was chewing me out so hard. It just blew me away. I was like, bro. I was fucking trainer of the month last month or whatever. And the thing is with that place too is I've only been there for like maybe coming up on 4 months, and there was only one trainer there still that was there when I started.
Oh yeah.
And she had gotten hired like a couple weeks before me, that one girl. So I think that place was just cursed. Like, the working conditions weren't great. Like I said, across the street, it was starting to get cold as shit, because of winter time. And, your first class would be 4 in the morning. And then her fucking just dog shit attitude is just like, yeah. I could tell they were in serious problems when everyone started to kind of fall off. And then, they had hired like 5 new people in the time that I was there.
Yeah. Because
they were just trying to fill in the spots. So, whatever. Best of luck to them. Who gives a fuck?
Go fuck yourselves.
Yeah, go fuck yourselves. Send me my last paycheck and I'll be done.
Yeah.
Anyways, I just, went on a big tangent there. Big tangent guy.
Big fan of it. It's okay.
Alright, so that was that situation. Let me go back to my notes here. I had some shit written down.
You got enough tabs?
Yeah, I got a few tabs open.
Sheesh.
So the training cycle, the RP diet, back on the Israel hypertrophy guide. Yes. Alright, so I guess that's about it on like fitness stuff going on right now. Did you have any current events? There's just no current events fitness related. There's just
shit. Yeah.
It's just like not really much going on,
Should probably stay away from current events until they get flagged as anarchists. You know what I mean? Like,
what?
If I get going here, bro, like
no fitness current events, not the world current events.
Yeah.
Just fitness in general right now is just struggling. It's just there's everything's just closed, and then with just all the turmoil in the world, it's just like it's hard. It's when there's just so many serious things going on, like in the world that just could very well affect day-to-day life at this point. It's just like fitness is just like,
and the trajectory of life in general.
That's kind of what I was trying to say. The trajectory of life, and all these big events. It's just like it's hard to really concentrate that much on fitness stuff for the average person.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm stressed the fuck out. I know you are.
I'm stressed the fuck out.
So it's like, you know, I'm sure, and there's people in much worse situations than us. You know,
I'm probably like right now, like all throughout 2020, like it seems like today, like it's been like the most stressed I've been since COVID's happened. You know, like just because like
the last week or so,
just because like the whole year's happened and it's built up and just the way things have been going, it's just like I feel like my brain just scatters shit and I feel like the world's just like scattered. You know?
Yeah, very very scattered. Yeah, 100%. Me too. Feel very scattered. I'm doing my best to, you know, write out like what I need to be doing and goals and stuff, and like I did kind of like end of the year recap of things that I had accomplished over the year, and then kind of I know a lot of people aren't into them, but resolutions. I wouldn't say like resolutions, but just general goal setting, which I do throughout the whole year. But you know, I did it again at the beginning of the year, and what the fuck was my point? I don't even know. I did some goal. I wrote down some goals. Oh yeah, and I'm just trying to like stay on track with them, but it's like it's just challenging.
Yeah, especially when everything feels so abnormal.
Developing a lot of bad habits, and you know what, like smoking. I've been smoking literally.
Pack a day?
No. Pack a day. No, just weed, but like every fucking day, like, and it's become a habit, you know, like where it's not even like I want to do it. It's just like this is when I do it, and like
you settle into it.
Yeah, and then it's just become this cycle of like me just constantly doing it, and I don't even know why. It's just like it's a habitual thing. It's becoming a bad habit. I can notice because it's just like zone out at the end of the night.
It's like when you're beating your meat too often. You know, it's just like
that's
why did I just do that?
That's a bad habit. That's a bad habit I was having at the beginning of quarantine. At the beginning of quarantine, did I tell you that story?
No, bro. This is the one I'm gonna save for now.
Yeah, that's a bad habit too. But you know, it's just a part of life. Who gives a fuck, you know?
Yeah.
But whatever. Yeah, but the smoking every day, and it's just it's just basically a clock out.
Yeah.
You know, at the end of the night, I gotten really addicted to chess. Another habit, I wouldn't say necessarily a bad one, but I've been playing a lot of chess. Smoke a little bit and then just like zone out. And yeah. So the moral of that story is I think it was actually Cameron Haynes did a post about this book, Atomic Habits. Was it Cameron Haynes?
I'm not sure.
What time we got? You gotta get going like 15 minutes.
Yeah, I gotta get ready to get going in 15 minutes. But yeah, I mean, I kind of feel like the same way. Like the thing that I'm finally getting back after. Once you find that after over COVID and whatnot in the holidays is like getting my sleep cycle back on track.
Yeah, just finding a routine and a flow to things because everything's just so
wonky.
Wonky and just like
scattered, hit or miss.
It's so hard to find like because the thing with habits is like maybe it wasn't.
I mean, you build momentum. You know,
it's momentum.
Yeah,
and you know, actually, I heard David Dobrik talking about this. This is an old podcast, but you know, you don't really follow David Dobrik at all. But you know, he was doing like 3 vlogs a week, and he was talking about the momentum and you know, it was just one after the next, and you're just in the flow, and you got it going on, and anything that kind of derails that, then to refine that flow you had, it's damn near impossible. Yeah. And he, you know, obviously with COVID, he kind of had that where it shot him off, and now he hasn't. I don't think he's supposed to vlog since. And I kind of I had the same exact thing because I was in a flow beginning of last year with the Isotel. I was just like so into the gym. It was insane. Like I'd never been like that.
You're absorbing knowledge and living and breathing it
every fucking day.
Yeah.
I was training. I was at the Y constantly. I was training people. I was training myself. School. I was just so involved in it, and then that all kind of like fell apart. And now, it's just to find that is just so challenging. Yeah. It's just damn near impossible. I get going for a couple days, and then I lose it again. It's like I don't know. I
It's
don't know.
because like in the absence of structure, it's hard to like implement your own. You know.
It's so challenging. So I can't remember where I saw this book recommendation. It wasn't Cameron Haynes, I suppose. Maybe it was in a story, but it's called Atomic Habits, and I'm trying to learn more about it to develop healthy habits and that flow back. And I'm about like a third of the way through, but there's already this this section that I thought was interesting. Oh man, I've got like
Indigestion or something.
Yeah. from chugging that protein shake. Yikes. Let me make sure this is still going.
You're gonna have to start taking Tums and then putting those in your Renaissance periodization app.
Oh no.
The puppy dies.
No, it just said it randomly stopped.
Oh,
That's some bullshit.
we gotta get that John up and running.
Alright, we gotta go. Alright, whatever. There's gonna be parts without video. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
We need a producer. Keep an eye on that. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, the habits. Of like stacking habits.
Whoa. Oh, sheesh!
Yo.
A little bit of squeak on that one.
I'll squeak.
Oh.
Well, I guess I like that. Oh.
Breathe the air coming that way, not over here. You have to get you a snorkel or something.
No, okay.
Right
I'm trying to make a point here, bro. Stacking habits. So taking habits that you already have that you do a lot and building upon that, and like one thing leads to the next, and just you kind of build upon that. Cause what was I gonna say?
The fucking siren throws you off. Those car alarms.
No, that was just a coincidence.
Oh.
Shit. I'm just trying to get into this book, so the concepts are still fresh in my head, but it's hard to like.
Yeah, articulate it.
Yeah, you know, when you're first kind of learning concepts.
It takes a long time to like studying something and be able to put it in your own words. And whatnot.
Yeah. I've completely fucking lost it, but
it's floating out there right now.
Building upon habits. Yeah,
Momentum.
I have no fucking clue.
Until it becomes habitual and it's just like your way of life. Like
Yeah,
once it becomes your way of life.
Well, okay. Now I remember the small little habits that you develop. Eventually, over a long period of time, build to big things that happen in your life. Like, people talk about it frequently of, like, our culture of, like, instant gratification and, like, making these big kind of strides and feeling that feeling of accomplishment or gratitude or whatever the fuck it is immediately. But ultimately, most progress doesn't really happen. It's from developing a small little habits slowly over time, build like I just said.
Very slowly.
And it's very slow, and it's all about patience. And I'm terrible with patience. I have like terrible anxiety, and just like it stresses me the fuck out, and I just can't stay patient enough. And this is something that Gary Vee talks about all the time, patience. And I try, I try and do the best I can with it, but I'm really gonna start working on like I've already started today. I've already kind of started implementing stacking habits. I have this habit of drinking coffee at like Starbucks, which isn't necessarily a bad habit for me because I don't drink a ton of it. I have like 8 cups a day of iced coffee. I don't feel like that's a problem really. It's not an over consumption of caffeine, but it's a habit I have. It's kind of like a neutral habit. And what I've decided is I want to try and write more, but it's challenging to stay focused. It's hard to stay focused because on top of building that habit of typing on the computer, you have the bad habit of just like getting distracted and the tabs and losing focus for 20 minutes or whatever, and that develops over time. So what
you thinking about getting a typewriter?
no is what I've developed. I think will help, and I did it for the first time today. Is I go and get my coffee, I sit down, and I set a timer for 15 minutes of just focusing for 15 minutes, not doing anything else, and yeah, that's it. And so stacking that habit of getting coffee with, oh, I got the coffee. Now that's the cue to then set the alarm and just like lock in and focus and write.
It's like a proper warm up in a gym for like a squat day.
Sure. Yeah.
Those mental cues when you walk in, which you
do
pre-workout.
That's what he said for developing good habits is all about the cues. So like one that's really, I didn't even think about it, but an example he had is when you walk into a dark room, that's a cue to then flip on the switch, which is a habit that you don't even think about, right? So I'm trying to ingrain that into my subconscious and then so you can only think of so many things consciously to prepare and do, right? There's only so much uh, bandwidth, I guess, in your brain,
Yeah.
right? So then you want to pawn things off to your subconscious that just become natural to you. Like, it's just like tying your shoes, flipping on the switch or whatever. So I'm really trying to focus on that and developing those habits. So then, 15 minutes is not a lot of time really, but 15 minutes over just a week, that's some quick math there. I don't know, but that's like over an hour.
And it's more than an hour more than you were doing before.
Yeah, right? So it's like,
I mean, just real quick, because you're on a roll with this, and I want to
go ahead.
Go ahead. I'm on the same thing, like my guitar thing. Ever since quarantine, like I've kind of been since I was ballpark 20. I'm 23, almost 24 now. I had it, but it's been sitting collecting dust here and there. Use it. But this quarantine, I've been pretty good about it, and for the most part, it's been just small, like around 20, and then minutes, and then if I get carried away, I just enjoy it. Then more time per day, but like it's just been a little bit every single day, and like now like I'm playing some stuff that like I definitely couldn't play before, and like I'm actually enjoying it. Like it's not like a chore at some points. Like, and it is a testament to patience, and like it's not like because learning guitar is hard. Like it's the same thing. Like, it is not instant gratification by any means. Like learning guitar sucks, especially if you're not hard. Yeah, just it's hard. It definitely does suck.
It's hard skill.
But like it does, I'm starting to reap the small rewards of being able to play some fun stuff.
That's great.
And it's totally it is a small like 20 minutes here, but I'll do 20 minutes tomorrow, and I'll do 20 minutes tomorrow too.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can bring yourself on and doing too much too soon. Yeah. As with anything, like there's this concept that if you know the way in one thing, you'll know the way in all things. Like
sure.
And that's like a theme from like this Japanese swordsman.
The Book of Five Rings. Right? Yeah.
And like that's just something that I've been applying more so like myself. It's the same thing like that cueing thing we talked about, and how I said it was like say on a squat day when you go through all the cues. But like in sports psychology, it's also recognized. It's like when like you've been messing up and like you say, okay, I need to do a reset, and it's like they'll have like either like a little thing they do, like athletes will do like something where they shake out their hands, or they tell themselves something. That's a cue to like reframe yourself. It's like if you recognize the way, if you know the way in one thing, you'll see it in all things. So, like there's things that you can apply to writing that you can also apply to like working out and just like building up habits, like you were saying.
Mm-hmm.
So like that's something that I've been trying to apply. Like it's like I said, like if you see the way in one thing, you'll know it in all ways. So if you see like a hole in your game or something in jiu-jitsu, or like you're having a problem with this, learning the guitar on this way, like what can I do, or like go out and seek and learn from other people, or obtain this knowledge, or plug the holes in my own game, so that tomorrow I will not have that same problem.
Yeah.
So that's something that I've kind of been like exploring, just recognizing the way in one thing and then applying it in all things.
100%.
And there's some truth to it. It really is.
What that's like. I mean, I remember a handful of teachers saying this, like high school or whatever, is that like they don't want to teach, like just teach you
what to think.
Yeah,
but
what to think, how to think.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of teachers fail at that, but some are very good, and learning how to develop habits and good habits, and that kind of stuff.
This kind of goes back to what we were talking about before off camera. We were talking about like like the state of like the modern world and whatnot. We were talking about like how people like their ideas aren't thought well through. They've just been told what to think. Like they just regurgitate the information that they've been told, rather instead of like logically thinking it out themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Like people don't recognize like they're already operating from a flawed system, because like they realize, wait, I haven't thought this through and see where it comes from and like what the fallout is from it. But I've heard this from someone, and I am now regurgitating it.
Yeah, and that's the problem with education. A lot of people think is like academia leans very far left, right? And if you're a teacher who teaches things as opposed to ideas and concepts, you're going to get a lot of people that follow that ideology, And I'm not here to say if it's good or bad, but it's just So it is what it is. You got to learn how to learn. I guess, in a way.
It is. It's a craft in its own right.
Yeah. So this book, Atomic Habits, I'm really enjoying it, and I'm trying to really, really get out of those bad habits, because it's stressing me out. It's like I'm not even considering the things that I do in day-to-day life. It's just what I always do, and that feeling of like uncontrollableness is like there's already so much in the world that you can't control. So it's like control what you can, and develop those good habits. So
I was actually thinking about it today too. It feels like more and more so like now, like today and whatnot, like that whole like is it external locus of control and whatnot? Like it feels like
I
there's
can't remember, but yeah.
I think it's internal when you feel like that you can control and inflict like with your will on things.
Mm-hmm.
But like, and then like if you have an external locus of control, then you feel like you're just like helpless and like things are happening to you.
Yeah.
But like there is in a sense that it feels like today like there's so much that is outside of my control and like you're supposed to control the controllables and do what you can and clean your room and set your own life right. When it seems like the world is in such a disarray, it's hard to find that path because there is no structure to day life right now. At least for us, college,
Yeah, like I'm out of school. Like I was talking to this girl that I've been talking to recently, and she's on the quarter system, so they already started up school. And I was like, I still need another semester. I still don't even know if I'm gonna get into the class I need, which is some fucking bullshit. Besides the point, whatever. But like, you're like, oh, you're lucky you don't have class, whatever. It's like, I almost want to go back to school. It's just give me something to kind of work towards and like some structure, because like I'm trying to create that structure right now for me, but like to have the discipline to stay on top of it, it's just so challenging for me right now. It's just, yeah, it's.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's kind of like the same boat. Like there's some things that like I could structure like okay, I'm gonna do this. My workouts are this time, and this time. But like I need something else to base it off of, where that would be like say like work at this time, and then my workouts at here, or like my school. I have school, and then I might go get my workout. But like when you have just a few things, like no like real main focus, and then like you do like your few things that you need to do, and then it's like you have all this time that you could or could just just throw bullshit or like it's like there's no like saying like oh I'm gonna be able to go and like compete in this next month because it'll probably be canceled. Like there's no like it's hard to build toward things when things aren't even really there.
Yes, 100%. Yeah, when you're busy, I love being busy. Like that's going back to like the beginning of this year. I was fucking so busy all the time, like school, work, working out, like, but it didn't feel overwhelming. It just felt like it's the next thing I do and just keep it plugging.
Yeah.
And
small wins. You're getting lots of small wins to keep you going.
Yeah, lots of small wins, and I had lots of good habits at that time. And man, I hate reminiscing about it, but like the good old Y days, like oh my goodness.
I know.
I wish I understood how good we had it. It's just struggle city nowadays. It was such a good time in my life. Like
yeah,
it's tough to go back and think about it, but yeah, it's pretty wild. It's crazy how things change.
I know.
Anyways,
it's almost like unbelievable. It is almost unbelievable, Like
it really
where we're sitting at right now, it's like what the fuck
is going on?
Yeah. Jeez.
Yeah. So it's 5:00. You gotta start going.
Yeah, I gotta get going. It's pretty soon.
All right.
Yeah.
So we didn't even actually get to our topic. We just kind of ranted, but I feel like it was some good information in there. I would highly recommend Atomic Habits. It's a good book so far. I can't remember where I got it from, but develop those habits, guys. Develop those. And
I recommend the Bible because more people need it right now. So that's my book recommendation.
There you go.
And the Constitution. If y'all could read the Constitution.
Read the fucking Constitution,
So, please.
I was actually Googling the Constitution today.
Oh, yeah?
I was double checking some shit. Yeah, alright, that's it.
Yeah.
We'll be back. We still need to get Jaden on.
I know.
I need to reach back out to him. And we'll have some more topics prepared. I say that every time, but half the time we don't. But it is what it is. It is what it is.
Yeah.
We're still here. 2 weeks. We got to set a time. We need a good cue to get the good habit of podcasting.
What should that? I don't know what that would be. A reminder? Well, that's kind of bland.
Let's think of a good cue. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We need to stay more consistent. But COVID is no longer in the way. So as long as there isn't
no longer in the way?
Or sorry, what is well, you having COVID is no longer. I mean, COVID's still out there, but
tell that to Gavin Newsom.
Yeah. As long as there's an overthrowing of the government in the next couple weeks, we'll be back.
Which I may or may not be involved in.
All right. This has been the Performance Academy Podcast with Zach and Josh. Peace.
Deuces. Jeez, what a great episode, huh?